welcome back to the Rainbow Hair Files. Today is going to be part 3, the final part in our little experiment that we did on Alethea's hair. If you have not seen part 1 or part 2, this video is going to be very confusing for you, so I will link those down below. I'll link the whole playlist so you can watch both of those. But basically, I did an experiment on Alethea's hair. So basically for 2 months, I decided to switch up our routine. I decided to switch up our routine for Alethea's hair. So for 1 month, the first month, part 1 of the experiment, I did only wash and go styles. And then for part 2, month 2, I did a month-long protective style. So like for the whole month, I left in a protective style. I kind of just wanted to see how her hair would react to having a different routine and all that kind of stuff, to see whether or not the health of her hair would change, or if it would grow more, or anything like that if we switched up her routine. So that was the goal. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up month 1's before and after pictures right here. So month 1, the wash and go month, was definitely the month that I learned the most about Alethea's hair. I was very surprised, even though it did not grow basically at all. It grew like not even half an inch. It was, yeah. It was the most surprising to me as far as the health of her hair reacted to doing wash and go styles, because for the most part, I do protective styles on Alathea, and I'll kind of come back to that because you may be wondering why I did this experiment in the first place based on that statement. But because of that, I haven't had a lot of experience in consistently doing wash and go styles and having to deal with that, I guess. And so month 1 was the most surprising, because I learned that if I am consistent with the routine that we came up with during that month, and I'm consistent with detangling it a few times during the week, and I would either finger curl or finger style, or use a comb to style it and comb it, or curl it, not comb it. If I did that, then it wouldn't get tangled as much at all. Like, I would have to detangle it less by doing that. But when I actually would go to detangle it after, like the time before, this is getting confusing. If I had used my fingers to curl it or used the comb to curl it, and then the next time I went to detangle it, like after doing that, there would be less breakage and less fallout and stuff like that from detangling it if I had finger. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense right now. But I just kind of realized that if I was consistent in doing that and actually helping the curls form, doing finger curling or comb curling, then it definitely helped her hair to not break as much, because I feel like that was one of my concerns, was that when I would be detangling her hair constantly, that I'd be causing breakage. I don't know. Like I said, it was definitely new territory for the both of us. But I had a lot of fun that month. I think she did too, because she got to choose different hairstyles that we normally wouldn't be able to do. And just getting to see her hair in its natural state with her curls out was a nice break, I feel like, from doing protective styles all the time, because when her hair is always in braids or twists or whatever other protective style I do, obviously I don't forget because she's my child, but like it's almost like I forget that like her hair is so beautiful when it's just down in its curly state. So yeah, month 1, I definitely learned the most about her hair. And another thing that I learned was the products that work for her hair. And not just, we tried new products, which we did try more products, which the next video you will see is an updated go-to products list kind of video, I guess. But we learned what order to use products, I guess, essentially, because when I first started doing it, I think for like the first week, I was only really using leave-in conditioner. I wasn't using anything else. I would maybe put a little bit of oil on her scalp and stuff, but that was it. And then I noticed in the next week when I used gel after the leave-in conditioner and did the finger curling and stuff, that it was less frizzy and the style just ended up looking a lot neater using that than just using leave-in conditioner. So yeah, month one was just learning month. Essentially, I learned about her hair and what works and what doesn't work in the styling process, in the products, in everything. I learned about I learned about how her hair reacts to everything and what we were doing that month. So yeah, that was definitely a lot of fun. I feel like that was the most fun month for us because, or at least for me, because I got to learn a lot about her hair and yeah. So month 2 and part 2 of the experiment was all about protective styles. We did a month-long protective style. So going back to the statement I made before when I was talking about how I mostly do protective styles on Alathea's hair, and so that's why month 1 was the most different for us and I learned the most. You may be a little bit confused as to why I would have to learn anything in this next month. I do protective styles, or I was doing protective styles on Alathea all the time, but I would only leave them in for like a week and a half, maybe. At the most, it was a week and a half. That was rare because I just did. I would get impatient and want to do her hair again, or I would feel like I needed to be consistent in when I was washing her hair, and I'll get to that. And so I would always take the style out to wash her hair, or I would take it out because I wanted to redo it because the baby hairs and the fuzz and everything was just making the hairstyle not look as neat, or, you know, whatever the case was, I felt the need to redo it as often as I was redoing them. And so this month, the second month, if you haven't seen the video, like I said, it's linked below, but if you have, then you know I kept in one style for 3 weeks, and then for the last like week and a half I did another style, only because it just got to the point where it just really wasn't looking great at all. Like, it had grown out so much, and so basically for a whole month, at least longer for us, I kept in this protective style in her hair. And so it was definitely interesting. The health of her hair didn't change much. I didn't notice a huge change in the health of her hair, but month 2 was a growth month, apparently, for us, because it grew basically an inch by keeping those styles in for basically the entire month. And that was interesting. I expected it, but I didn't expect it. Like, I didn't expect an inch of growth, but I expected growth only because the way I was doing protective styles before, I had already kind of credited that to how, sorry, my shirt is bothering me because it keeps falling down. Anyway, I had already credited that to how her hair had been growing for the last couple of years. I always have said that multiple times in these videos, that doing those protective styles, even though I was only leaving them in for a week, was helping her hair grow. And so I knew it could only really get better, or at least I was hoping it could only get better if I left them in for longer. So this month 2, it proved that and more. It surprised me with how much it grew, but it also proved that I was right in thinking that leaving the styles in for that long was gonna help her hair grow. So yeah, that was definitely interesting. I feel like I didn't really learn too much. There wasn't really anything to learn in that month outside of that leaving them in is definitely better, because I mean, obviously it's subjective to what your goals are, but her goals for her hair and my goal for her hair is growth right now, growth and health. I want to learn the most I can about her hair so that I can help her hair to grow and be healthy. Like, so I love being able to learn more about her hair so that I can have the right products and use them correctly and teach her how to do certain things with her hair to help that, so that she always knows how to keep her hair healthy and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, her goal, and one of my goals also, is hair growth. Like, she always tells me she wants her hair down to her legs, right? That's still one of your goals? Yeah. And so because of that, month 2 showed us that protective styles are protective styles are what are going to work. Why does that sound wrong? I feel like I'm saying that sentence wrong. But they're gonna help the most towards those goals. And so even though, yes, we will do wash and go styles every now and then, especially now I know more about how to do them properly and keep our hair healthy and all that kind of stuff while doing them. But for the most part, we'll keep doing these protective styles until, I don't know, until she doesn't want to do them anymore, or until we reach a goal length of hair, or like whatever the case may be. Bless you. I feel like month 2 overall was honestly, it was more of just like a challenge month for me to not redo her hair. Because like I said, I get so impatient and I want to redo it so badly. So that was definitely interesting. So overall, the results were expected, but kind of surprising at the same time. I definitely, like I said, learned the most in month 1. Learning about her hair has always been this really fun journey for me. I've always had a thing about doing people's hair anyway, so having I would say a daughter, but a child in general, because boys can like having their hair done too, but having my daughter, my child, enjoy having her hair done and being able to do different things with her hair and stuff, it's always been fun. I like to play. And so it's always been fun for me, and the fact that I get to teach her along the way the stuff that I've learned about her hair, it's yeah, it's great. So I feel like the results were exactly what I needed to learn right now, about her hair and how to care for it and stuff. So yeah, sorry, I keep looking down. I've had notes this whole video. So yeah, I feel like that's basically it for this video. I don't have anything else to say. This is just wrapping up all of the results. Oh, I forgot to put in month 2, the protective styles, before and after. But now it's the end of the video. I thought I was done before, but now it is the end of the video. So we will talk to you guys in whatever the next video is. Oh, yeah, the next video is going to be the different products and stuff that we use now. So, goodbye!